Assalamualaikum and hi to everyone. Today, my group members and I will present about the chemical properties of the elements in period 3 from periodicity's topic. Before we start our presentation, I will introduce my group members and the part that we will explain. My name is Nur Ali Nadia binti Muhammad Ipin. I will explain about the reaction between the elements with oxygen, chlorine and water. Next, Jin Jianji, he will explain about the variation in oxidation number of the oxides and chlorides and the reaction of the oxides with water. The last one is Nik Ahmad Amshar bin Nik Haripin. He will explain about the acid or base behavior of oxides and hydroxides. I will start my explanation about the reaction between the elements in period 3 with oxygen, chlorine and water. I will start with the reaction between elements with oxygen. The first one is sodium reacts with oxygen, produce sodium oxide. The observation is sodium burns brightly with a yellow flame. Second, magnesium reacts with oxygen, produce magnesium oxide. The observation is white solid is formed. Third, aluminium reacts with oxygen, produce aluminium oxide. The observation is aluminium burns with brilliant white flame. Next, phosphorus reacts with oxygen, produce phosphorus oxide. The observation is burn with white flame. The last one is sulfur reacts with oxygen, produce sulfur dioxide. The observation is burns with bright blue flame. Next, the reaction between elements with chlorine. The first one is sodium react with chlorine gas, produce sodium chloride. The observation is burns brightly with a yellow flame. Second, magnesium react with chlorine gas, produce magnesium chloride. The observation is white solid is formed. Third, aluminium reacts with chlorine gas, produce aluminium chloride. The observation is white solid is formed. Next, silicon reacts with chlorine gas, produce silicon chloride. The observation is colorless liquid is formed. The last one is phosphorus react with chlorine gas, produce phosphorus pentachloride. The observation is greenish yellow solid is formed. Next, reaction between elements with water. The first one is sodium reacts with water, produce sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. The observation is burns with a yellow flame. Second, magnesium react with water, produce magnesium oxide and hydrogen gas. The observation is white solid is formed. That's all from me. I will pass to Jing to present the next part. Thank you.
Hi, today I'll be explaining about the variation in oxidation number of the oxides and chlorides in terms of their outer shell electron across period 3, and also be describing the reactions of oxides with water. As we can see in this table, when sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus and sulfur react with oxygen, they each have their different or variation in oxidation number. For sodium, it is +1, magnesium +2, aluminium +3, silicon +4, so on and so forth. So, why does this happen? Well, the difference in oxidation number is mainly due because of the valence of electron in the element itself. As for sodium, sodium has an oxidation number of +1, and this is because there is only one electron located at the outermost shell of sodium atom. Whereas magnesium has oxidation number of +2, and this is because there are two electrons located at the outermost shell of the magnesium atom. For aluminium, aluminium has an oxidation number of +3, and that is because there are 3 electrons located at the outermost shell of aluminium atom. As for silicon, phosphorus and sulfur, the cases are similar. And all this happened because the maximum oxidation number of each element rises as we cross the period. This is because the period element 3 in each oxide can use all the electrons in its outermost shell. So basically, as we go across the period, the oxidation number will be increasing. Next, we'll see, in this next table, elements react with chloride. The oxidation number also increases. This is because the oxidation numbers rise as we cross period 3, until we reach sulfur in group 16. This happens because the period 3 elements from sodium to phosphorus use all their electrons in the outermost shell. There are valence electron bonding to chlorine. So, in NaCl, sodium chloride, the oxidation number is +1, magnesium chloride plus 2, aluminum chloride plus 3, silicon tetrachloride plus 4, and phosphorus pentachloride plus 5. Next, I'll be talking about the reaction of oxides with water. The oxides of sodium and magnesium can react with water to form hydroxide. The presence of excess aqueous hydroxide ions OH- makes the solution alkaline. So, we can see here that when sodium oxide reacts with water, we will form sodium hydroxide. In the observation of this reaction, we can see that sodium hydroxide dissolves in water to form a colorless solution, whereas magnesium oxide react with water will form magnesium hydroxide. The observation for this reaction, we can see that magnesium oxide is slightly soluble in water, and it will form a colorless solution as well. Both of this reaction also releases a colorless gas that can be used to test with the lighted wooden splinter to confirm that it is hydrogen gas. That's all from me. Thank you.
Acid-base behavior of oxide and hydroxide. First we go to the oxide. Aluminium has amphoteric behavior as it is able to undergo neutralization with both acid and base. The example for the aluminium, it is Al2O3 plus 6 HCl produce Al2Cl6 plus 3 H2O. Next, sodium and magnesium has basic behavior as they react with acid for neutralization to form salt and water. For the example to the sodium and magnesium, I choose sodium, which is Na2O plus 2HCl produce 2NaCl plus H2O. Last, silicon, phosphorus or sulfur dioxide has acidic behavior as they react with base for neutralization and form salt and water. Okay, example for the silicon, phosphorus and sulfur dioxide, I choose silicon, which is SiO2 plus 2NaOH produce 2NaAlO2 plus H2O. So we go to the next part, which is hydroxide. The covalent hydroxide are acidic. The acidity of the covalent hydroxide increase as you go across the period. So sulfuric acid is a strong acid while silicic acid is very weak acid. So the example for the hydroxide, I choose NaOH plus HCl produce NaCl plus H2O. I think that's all from me. Thank you.